Hello, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2 and the Every Product, Every City challenge here at One Last Turn. Last time we got the food connected to our cargo hub and machines as well, and that is running pretty beautifully. This time we're finally gonna give Corby some love again. We have been slacking a bit on him, and we gotta get some food up there. Maybe even some more passengers. I would like to get to upgrading the city so that it requests 4 cargo types. Currently just is needing food and con mats, but we're gonna have to see how possible that ends up being. I'm not entirely sure about the thresholds, but Corby is a little bit smaller than Wendover, so it might take a little bit more than just getting in those that food and those cargo supplies. So yeah, that's gonna be what we're doing today. Okay, here we have our cargo hub we set up last time. You can see that the Wendover machines delivery is set up a little bit wrong, so let's just fix that. Okay, so in order to get some food to Corby, we need to make sure we have enough food supply. Wendover takes 104, and that's pretty much what we're supplying, if not even. Yeah, we're only supplying 90 right now, and we can only do 100. We are doing 150. That's interesting. How are we doing 150? Because we can only get 200 from here, and we are not. We're only transporting 88. Interesting. I would have thought with that extra train that we would make it a little bit better, but we did have some. Do have an outage here. We did have an outage here, but I think we got that under control, I do believe, last time. I do think so. That looks terrible, but yeah, if it works, then I'm okay-ish with it. Anyways, it's not enough. And Corby here needs 75, which is a lot of food as well. So we gotta upgrade the supply here of grain. It's a 2-to-1. We have a farm down here, a farm up here, and a farm on the other side of the mountain too, actually. Both of these are through the mountain quite a lot. Not sure I like that too much. We can see, say we go like this. That's actually not terrible. It's not terrible. I'm not sure how I like it with regards to wanting sort of a corridor through here, but maybe we don't do that. Maybe we go through here. Just thinking about how we're gonna get to Richmond eventually. We wouldn't really want to cross a rail line that is running with a high frequency, so we would have to do either a bridge or a tunnel. I mean, which isn't the end of the world. It's just if we were to go here instead, that would sort of align with our further goals, but also just how our setup is right now. But this is 2.5 million. How much is it if we set up a line going here? Something along getting up here is 100k, then we can go down here, it's 3, so 400k. If we go over here, is maybe we can just do like this. So like that, 100k, and then we can go through here, 4 million. So this would be cheaper. It's a bigger distance, which means it makes us more money. But I do kind of like the simplicity of this one. I mean, for food production, eventually we'll need more than just one more. We'll need probably 2 more. Maybe we'll need all of them, to be honest. It's a little cheesy in a way, but we could take stuff at the food here, get it to the cargo hub, and then send it down with the existing line down here. It's a different set of cars, and it is a little bit gamey or cheesy because then we would be paid going from here to here and then from here to here. Preferably we would bring something back, which could be iron or coal or anything. It's a little bit gamey. It does sort of align with our want of getting a line to Boroughbridge here. If we set up a station here in the middle, there's no way they can connect directly, so if we do it here, there would need to be trucks. We would like to get out of the valley or the mountain area by going through here, so it should probably be oriented slightly like this. That makes it a little difficult, so probably more like this then. I mean, I'm not completely opposed to this. I would prefer that we had a connection to the farm here, so we didn't need to truck, and then we could truck the other farm. Maybe we start up here with a station out here somewhere, and that becomes a bit of a distribution hub for Boroughbridge and allows us to, I mean, preferably we wouldn't go through this mountain, we would go around it, but that would mean we would need to be on sort of this side or have the station oriented something like this. And that would make for an odd curve going in here. It would maybe not the worst. Okay, let's get rid of these roads here. They're not necessary. We will have a station here. We will connect it. Like so. That's not connected. It has to maybe let's see here. If we have a straight line, does that help? No. We need to bring the station a bit closer, unfortunately. We also don't want it to be 330, so that sort of helps us out a little bit there. Let's get our road. Okay, so that is connected. It will allow us to curve around the mountain here. Not entirely, but in some capacity. Now let's see if we can latch on down here. I would prefer not having to go with a giant ass bridge. Which does mean we sort of need to cut through the mountain area here a bit. If we can branch off here. Cut through the mountain with a tunnel. And then get a this looks pretty decent. It's wavy, but a bit of an embankment, but it's gonna do just fine. Just gonna get rid of this extra road set here. And then I'm going to configure this to have an extra set of tracks and platforms for deliveries. Also a cargo building right there. That way we can connect this side. Connect this side here of the station to Boroughbridge if we so desire and need to. And then we just gotta get a train on here. Get a signal there. Also actually need this to cross. I mean, either we need this to cross over or we need it to be double-sided. And since we are running multiple, I mean, we need to deliver stuff to Boroughbridge eventually anyways. Let's just make it double-tracked. And we will cross. Maybe this wasn't the best place to make a connection, admittedly. that does not look that good. Let's see if we can get off here instead, maybe. So this is going, let's just see what sort of, yeah, this is going in that direction. So we want this to branch off like that. We'll just peel this back a bit. Then we will come on to this like so. And we will have some signals. There will be a signal here, there will be a signal here, and there will be a signal here. I do believe that that will be how it's supposed to be. These are all supposed to be one ways though. And then we just connect up our tracks here. A little bit swan necky, but that's, or wavy, whatever you want to call it. Not the prettiest, but I think it's gonna do. Let's get a train on the tracks here, and what do we want? Well, we're gonna need two. Let's try with the well, how much of a hill are we having? We are starting at 105 and we are quite easily getting down to about sea level, so we probably want a lot of tractive force when they have to go back up here. And a lot of power, so let's get the PLM. And then we are gonna need gondolas for transporting grain. We want to stay good. We want to stay 50 on high. I do believe. 48 capacity. Let's try this out. New line. Wendover North. Well, really, it would be Boroughbridge to Wendover North. It's not connected to all stations, okay. That is interesting. No, that makes sense because we don't have a diamond crossing here. No, still not? Okay. So Wendover North, we get into Station 4 probably. Yeah, so that works. Station 4. That is quite a lot of traffic on Station 4 though, so maybe we set up another set of tracks here. Preferably we would okay, let's do something like this. Actually, let's pause the game here. Do something like this. Get rid of this signal here, and we'll do a... I mean, preferably the diamond crossing would be further out, but we can have it here, I think. So they can use both. Where's this train? Sitting right here, it's line 1. Oh, because it just got in. And there's no connection from the depot. How do we get it over there? Guess we have to do something like... something I don't really want to do. God damn it. This isn't strictly necessary. If we pause the game, we can get rid of this. Let's just keep this track level here going over the crossing. Can we get this up here without too much hassle? Can if we cross it here. Get rid of this, get rid of this. Get rid of that. Honestly, would have expected this to be able to be a double slip. Hosted coal supply isn't connected. It should be. No, it shouldn't, because now this one is... Wait, what is this one for? Oh, that would just... Ah, okay, yeah. This was the one that needed to go up into here. So we'll just do that, and this is a bit of a mess. This guy still has no... Oh, now it can go. It's just waiting for a free path, which is fine. Let's where do we want them to wait? Probably want a signal going in here and a signal going out. Where should they wait? They're waiting in the station until it's cleared all the way up there. This is just a sort of a bad spot. Maybe we have it... We can't wait it here because that's too close to that intersection or whatever you want to call that, so we would have to wait it after, and we don't want to do that either. So maybe it's just in as good a place as it can be. Now this is gonna be Borough Bridge. No, it's gonna be CH1 grain supply. Grain supply, and then we need... I mean, we pretty much need an identical, if not even a better train that goes all the way. Why is this one still waiting for a free path? It shouldn't be. Is it because of that train? Okay, it was just that train. Okay, cool. And then I just want to see, yeah, it lives on this, which is, I mean, it's not fine, but that's makes sense. But we'll move it over here to that new track so we don't congest the other one too much. And then we'll get another train. We'll still go for the PLM, I think. Though maybe the G3 is enough, but we'll see. This one is gonna go all the way until we hit mediocre, or we don't want to hit mediocre, but like this, because we don't have as much of an issue with the incline on this long route. So that should be fine. And he needs to go from Wendover North and down to Ashton-under-Lyne, and this is gonna be ASHUL grain supply 2. It's gonna load. Actually, not sure if we want it to wait until it's full. Maybe we'll just... We at least only wanted to take grain. Do we want it to wait until it's full? We would sort of need another set of tracks and platforms for that, which isn't the end of the world. But I do think we sort of want this to happen. I'm just gonna pause this, but it's because something strange happened with the train here. But this all has got to change at some point, this messy setup. But for now, we're just gonna sort of jack it together the best we can. And what I want is, I want this crossover here. I want that to go all the way over, like so. Would have preferred it if this was the same height. Maybe it is. Anyways, we'll do this. We'll let this be a double slip. That way they can get in here and they can also get out there. Cool. And then we have this guy, which needs to live on station 6. And then he can wait until full, because he's the only one there. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay with that. And maybe these other 2 lines or 3 lines, they should just share these 2 stations, but that is for now. This is waiting for a free path into the station, because there's no signaling on this guy here. We do have to sort of extend this either way because we want to we want to have food run here as well, so gotta extend this section of track. Whoops. And we wanted to get rid of that, get that to cross over, have a double slip there, signal going in here, there, and going out here. That should allow him to get inside. No, because we're missing a signal here. Now he can get into the station. The question is if the station is too short, or is it just, yes, just too short with this length. So should we, yeah, we probably should extend the station. I'm actually unsure whether or not there's room for that. I mean, there's room on these, which is fine. I mean, it's gonna live up there. So we'll just put in some tracks here. And we will connect everything up like it's supposed to be. Something goofy's going on there, but construction is not possible. What do you mean? It was just there. Let's take it back a little bit then, I guess. That was interesting. Again, with the there we go. Okay, so that is everything, except there's no way for this guy right now to... So let's get rid of that. We'll let him go over there, then he'll merge into here. And we will have him, this guy, merge onto there. And now, there should be a way for him to go the other way. This is the food supply. We just want him to get out of this. Actually, I would like him to turn around now. I'm not sure if he can. We can try. Okay, he could. I was unsure if he could because of it's technically one way, right? So now he gets in and he's gonna be waiting here, and this guy is gonna come with machine parts, sorry. Then we have this guy up here, not completely full, so let's fix that line. He's definitely gonna be waiting until he's full for grain up in Burbridge. That is for certain. I mean, mean, that also sort of just expands our cargo hub. Nice, nice, nice. We gotta get some more length on these platforms and possibly even a large cargo building. Not sure if you could hear that, but I just had a bit of a visitor in the form of a fly. Okay. Let's take care of this real quick, because it does seem like we are slightly under-dimensioned. Let's see here. Holstead good supply for sure. We can get a few more vehicles onto that. Let's just get 4. What else we have? We have Wendover food delivery, which is doing a rate of 42, which is nowhere near enough. I would like to get to 16 vehicles. That's 97, which should help out. Conmat's delivery is doing 87, which should be fine. Now we're gonna have to see how this all sort of turns out, but hopefully it turns out well. We are slowly building up this guy. Distance-wise, he's actually about half. Of the... Sorry, the small train is about half of the big train. 36. Maybe we need to cut this down to 72. Just so it can... I think that's gonna match the rate a little bit better at least, so we'll see if that is the case. Okay, so now we got all of sort of the precursors for getting the food to Corby. We're getting the food at least to the cargo hub. Now we just gotta get the... Yeah, no, this is better now with that fixed. Cool. It's a little bit of congestion on the road here, or a little bit of a queue. Okay. We need a train. Just the smallest train, maybe with the... Let's try with the Borsig to begin with. It's gonna be a boxcar because it's gonna be filled with food. Let's do like 40 capacity. We'll throw that onto a new line from Wendover up to Corby. This is gonna be Corby food distribution, and I could not spell, sorry. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Come on, autocorrect, autosave, sorry. Yeah, so this guy is gonna be in this track here, waiting for food. We're probably gonna need to actually pause here for a second, not do this connection. Do a connection here. And again, we gotta rearrange these and make this a little bit better at some point. But we do need to make sure that this line can use both 2 and 3, and so can this line, a latch line. In Wendover it can both use 2 and 3, because otherwise, I mean, it could be any of them really, but this is just gonna sit here and wait. So if that's the case, then this guy here needs to also, let's just manage the line, make sure in Wendover he waits until he's full of food. Right, so if he's waiting here for food, then this guy still needs to be able to run. But this it does highlight the fact that we do need a set of signals inside of there, and probably we want a signal here as well. Okay. I need this guy to get out of the station until before I turn him back, I think. There we go. So he can sit and wait. Cool. Now, let's look at Corby. Oh, and we also need something else in Corby. We do need a truck station for the food. So let's just pause here before everything runs for a while and we end up not getting what we want. I can see there's already a bit of congestion here on this road because some people want to go down here and they're blocked by the train. Ideally, we wouldn't have to deal with that. So if we put our truck stop up here, we will avoid that. But I mean, people still need to go back into, I mean, they still have to get to the truck stop, so they would go here to get into the intersection anyways. It's unavoidable that some people are going into the intersection, especially the private transportation people. But maybe we could do something about our contribution to the problem per se. If we have our truck stop up here somewhere, you can't have it here because that's gonna block our station. Can have it here, but it's gonna be really small, which is unfortunate. Also, it's on a hill, which is annoying. I made this road so I could get rid of it again. We have a lot of traffic due to the station feeder here that runs this way. We also have the Conmat's delivery that runs this way. Everybody just has to cross here, which is unfortunate. We could make a new road here. Like so, sort of bypassing the station a little bit. that would mean we would need for the con mats and then still have our. That takes care of some of them. How many are we running? I mean, we are running 26 vehicles, and we probably want to run a bit more to up the rate. How does a good setup look here? I do think it's gonna. I think making this extra road here is gonna make a lot of difference. Wait, was it that expensive when I was doing it up here as well? No, if we do it here, it's 100k. If we do it here, it's 200k. That's interesting. But this is a lot less flat. I mean, it's because of the terraforming, right? Okay, let's do it up here so that I mean, at least the hill is working in our favor because they'll always be going this way. We'll do this, and then we will throw a cargo building onto there, and we will probably end up redoing this station at some point, but that's gonna be okay. Just a connection here. Thinking, what if we no, we do want them to be connected. Truck unload stop. This side of the road is connected. If we get rid of this one up here, does that carry down here? It does, so we don't have to edit the route. That's nice. It's just gonna update itself. So that's that congestion problem. Less people moving on here, which is nice. And then we need to get some food. I think a truck station out here is going to be what we are going with. Let's start with 4 and what happened? Oh, whoops. I just wanted 4. Let's sell this remaining 37. Not sure we got all our money back there, but it's gonna be fine. We take all of these, we make a new line heading from there. And actually, do we want to go up there? No, we probably want to go like here or something to get the food. And to be honest, maybe we want to get up here. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. Did that end? No, it didn't start. Oh, it did, because autosave. God damn it. Okay. Well, we'll put this back. We'll put this back, and then... Actually, we didn't want to put that. We'll just run the game a little bit until that one, so we can move that stop is what I was trying to get at. Add station, stop there. This is going to be Corby food delivery. At Corby siding, they're going to load forever until full and only pick up food. So that should make demand all the way down from Ashton under Lynn, and if we're lucky, we have a train. Corby is starting to get some supply. Not sure if the delivery from this train is gonna do it, but at least the other one will. Okay. our... Oh, it's 48. Wait, why does this guy have... Why did we lose 12? That's quite a lot to lose. But it does mean we could probably edit. We could probably have 80 without issue. So let's just do that. Okay. I think now Wendover shut down a little bit again because neither food nor construction materials was quite enough. How is everything looking in here? Quite congested, annoyingly enough. We do have different drop-off zones. We have lots of food stored here. The rate on the food delivery is very high. Maybe they just haven't really made their way here yet. We'll have to see. I have to see about that. But I think at this point we speed up the game a bit because we are sort of just waiting for food to arrive. Grain here now, running with 80. A little bit left over. Maybe we get a slightly bigger train. The rate here is going to be 48. What is grain supply 2? Oh no, that was the one I was looking at. What is this guy? That's 69. So yeah, it does seem like we can increase the rate on this guy a little bit without too much hassle. This will be a food delivery here, which hopefully makes it in well. There's so many people waiting for con mats. We have so many con mats. No, this is a Wendover machine delivery. Is that what's happening? Yeah, machine delivery needs to be on 4. That might be what was happening. That they were being slowed down there. So maybe, hopefully, this that little change will help us out. Get the construction materials rate up again, and then Wendover will require goods, and then we will be able to move goods down here. How is our this train doing? With Leach Plastics, doing well. First delivery of the quarter, or whatever you want to call it though, so that's fine. Yeah, there, and now Wendover is requiring goods again, and it's gonna, no, machines, and then it's gonna be goods very soon. We have the machine supply coming in here, so there'll be some for Wendover probably, and this is dwindling down. This guy is waiting for food, which should arrive hopefully by this train. We are only doing 85 though, so maybe we need to get, I mean, either we manage these and get some more capacity on here, but they're already not the best. They are running on G3s though instead of PLMs, so we could upgrade that way, or we could just get another guy. This is their crossing point, so this would be as good a time as any to get another guy. So let's just do that. He'll come out here, I think, right? No. Okay. Where does he... Oh, he's coming out here. Right, because he can go straight. Actually wanted him to go the other way. Can we turn him around? No, we can't. Oh, but we can turn him around now. Oh, and we got a new ship, and we got a new locomotive. Interesting. January 1900. It's been 50 years, and now we're getting new train cars. Okay. Well, maybe we shouldn't have gotten another guy there. Let's just start by checking. I'm gonna let it run out. Checking out the new ship, Vandal. That's a large as well, and it's only like it's a tanker. It's only for fuel and stuff, but that's interesting that we got that. We could possibly want to... Wait, he's going the long... Oh, he's going that way around. I mean, that's fine. It's just gonna take him some time to arrive. We are surpassing 100 production here because of that increase in the grain. But we gotta up the rates of both of those for sure. He gets in, there's 52 waiting for him. So that means, I mean, he's definitely not under-dimensioned. If anything, he's over-dimensioned. But this guy here we could upgrade. Get in some more grain to the station. We are getting a little bit of food to Corby. $71 is the consumer there, so that is looking good. So once those 3 trains end up going, then we should be fine. Not quite sure we can keep up the production rate as it is right now. We do need some more of these. Let's look into upgrading. Let's just run at regular speed here. Let's look into upgrading this vehicle already. I mean, it's also only 98 meters. So this is the new guy. 100 top speed. I mean, that's double of what we're running right now. Can we even get that high with the new cars? No. No, they do 80, so we can get to 80. Which is still a huge improvement. He's also more than twice the cost, though, of the PLM. We are running with the PLM here. Actually, we want to... We're running empty on the way up. Is a good... I'm just gonna do some things here. 48 capacity. We got some new cars, new gondolas. Let's use those instead. And let's go up to 64. Just because I want to see, since we're going uphill. I mean, these have more loading speed. Is why I wanted to change it out. And the increased speed. So we should be able to get to 60 with this. Question is, if the incline here, when we're running empty, because we're running empty in this direction, which is something I hadn't thought of. If the incline is allowing us to get to max speed, then we don't have to worry so much about high slopes. High slope speed. We can worry about the medium slope speed instead, and sort of make this train a little bit bigger. 64 is already a decent amount bigger. We do have some slowing down around here. So if we want to go top speed, we do have to change the locomotive, which is fine. We will do it. We'll do the... Oops. We'll do the new guy. For sure. And see if we can't make money on that. That means our high speed is now 69. 65 does seem like it would be more than enough. Let's make that change. He can get out of the station a little bit. Let's just turn him back so he can pick up those last 8 pieces. Let's see, what is his rate now? His rate now is 122. So getting 2 trains up here, that would... Then they would need to be shortened. Which is fine, I guess. We'll see if this doesn't prove to be enough for now. Hopefully he'll break even. I hope he does. I hope he breaks even. 27 food. We just had a... No, this is not a food delivery. But we relatively just had a food delivery. Where's the next? The next one's all the way here, and then another one is coming right behind that. So we'll see what that does once we get those here. Because, I mean, looking at the consumers, Corby's 40. Okay, it's only 40. Yeah, we'll have to play around with these numbers here a little bit for the rest of the episode. Before I'm already running double speed. Before I hit it up to quadruple speed, I just want to upgrade this train as well, just because we know it's doing a lot of money, and we can probably make for a very good train and a lot of profit, and of course increase the goods production if we were to change it up here. There is a high slope, so we won't be able to surpass 57. 59, I think the extra capacity for those last two, maybe even 54, is fine for that extra capacity. It's 134 meters, which is also fine. Let's do that. There's a lot of plastics waiting. I mean, we don't need that extra oil with the rate we're running these trucks on. This guy is always gonna have a lot of refined oil for us, but it's money, so we'll definitely keep taking oil up there. Okay, let's speed it up. We have a bunch of grain waiting now. Where's our grain train? He's all the way down here. Yeah, so he definitely needs to be upgraded. Financially, he does very decently. Maybe need to run 2. We might need to run 2. That is a possibility. But we can also... What's the details? 600,000 per year he's running. We can't make him much longer. So we'd have to swap him for bigger gondolas. They're shorter but can carry more, so that... So what if we get to 104? Then we're slightly under top speed on medium. So 96 is about the best we can do, it seems. With this engine, at least. Why was he waiting? in there. That was a very short emergency brake there. Okay, but it worked. Yeah, so now we have a lot of grain stacking up here. How is the rate on him? He's 63. I mean, we need to double it basically. Is that a tram? I think it probably is. Oh, and our Wendover food train seems to have left the station. Very nice. So we have some food delivered here in Corby. Some trucks heading in with food. Very nice. Very nice indeed. We are sort of clogging up this. Arguably, seeing as how we are primarily supplying Wendover, it would make sense to move this to the other side of the road. So they don't have to cross the rails. We'll see how often it becomes an issue. But all the rates here, except for the grain, which does seem like it could use another guy. Manage line. No, manage vehicles. Where is it right now? It is when we get to Ashton-under-Lyne. I think I'm gonna, or just before, I think I'm gonna duplicate this guy. And then that should sort of even out. We can maybe even increase the food trains a bit, make those a bit better. Now, one thing, food supply trains aren't running 60. They really should. Grain supply. And we'll copy that, and he gets... Why does he get out in Wendover? Why doesn't he get out in Holstead? Oh well. But yeah, they really should be running at the same speed. This guy too. Wait, why? Yeah, that's... Okay, he's waiting for that. Otherwise, they're gonna sort of create a... They're gonna be blocking, right? I didn't think that... Oh, right, because he's running the new gondolas, that's why. So we probably have to upgrade to the new cars on the... and to PLMs on the food supply, otherwise he's gonna have to wait every now and again. We don't really want that. So let's wait for autosave and let's edit the selected vehicles. Actually, let's just, they're doing 64, let's match that, we'll replace them instead. Go with the PLM, and then they need to be box cars because they're moving food. New box car looks like this. They're doing 64. It's gonna cost us 10 million. Can we do more before medium starts going down? We can. Quite a bit more, to be honest. 88. 13 million. Let's try it out, and maybe the train is like having 3 is too much. We'll have to see what the 180 rate does seem okay. We'll have to see about how all of this sort of ends up going. Back to regular speed. I think we'll check back in the next episode how everything about this cargo hub is turning out, because I do want just to get another passenger line up and running, to get Corby hopefully closer to a 4 cargo city. I think we need to connect South Cave, and arguably that is a little bit annoying because we do need to reconfigure this station here to have another set of tracks, and then we might as well add another set, and then a platform. Wonder though if we should do passenger platform. No, cargo is probably the one to go for. I'll have to get rid of this road here. Cargo building, put that back, put the road here. There we go, a little bit of a service road, so now that is still connected, and we do have another passenger outing. I'm not sure if I wanted to use it yet. Maybe we'll just use the existing, but I was thinking maybe we would do a... Yeah, maybe I overdid this a bit. Oh well, doesn't matter. I was thinking maybe we would do sort of an express route, but then we wouldn't need a stop there, so not quite sure what I was thinking, to be honest. But that's okay. Let's get up here to South Cape with a passenger terminus station. I don't think there's gonna be... I mean, we could possibly get up to West Bromwich at some point, but doing so would require us to cross these rails. So for now, let's do a terminus and we can expand it. Let's just get sort of right up against this existing rail setup and do like so. I think that's fine, and let's just see, can we do a connection here without that being too much of a hassle. I mean, it's 1 million and it's directly into a tunnel because we're basically on a hill. Into another tunnel, into a bit of a raised platform here. I don't like this. So if we could get down to here without raising the road and then just connect, I think I would be happier with that. Let's do that. So now we're connected there. We need a bus route going back and forth inside South Cave. Let's make it go round. Here, and preferably over here as well. That way we can make a loop instead of going back and forth. Sure, let's just go here in the middle and we'll go over here and we'll go down here, and then we'll have a stop here as well. we will just have it on both sides of the road. And then we need a depot because we're not really connected out here anywhere. Throw that here. Let's get some of these new-ish guys. Let's get 4. 2 will throw on a new line that goes from the station to here, to here, to here. And that will be South Cave B1. And then we'll do another one from here to here to here to here, which will be South Cave B2. And we'll send those on South Cave B2, and that should sort of take care of that, hopefully. And now we just need to expand our existing line here. It's going Wendover, Corby, and then it's going to go South Cave, and then it's going to go Corby again. Wendover, and we'll rename this Wendover, Corby, South Cave. And we'll look at the train. We can start it back up, but we'll look at the train and see if there's any point in changing things. There's a new car which loads slower, weighs more, can carry just a little bit more people. It can do 100 kilometers an hour, which is only the A35. I'm not sure we can justify that maintenance cost, but then again, passenger transportation is supposed to be really quick, so if we set it up, maybe they will be more tempted to go with public transportation instead of private transportation. So I am a little bit tempted to try it out. We have a lot of money. Our balance is basically going vertical right now. It's 73 million in value. I say we try with the A53. 70 capacity maybe? See how that sort of holds up to reality. And hopefully this will get some more public transport opportunities, get some more growth into Corby, and like with the cargo hub over here, we can tweak the numbers a bit. What are these guys waiting for? These guys are waiting for food for Wendover. How much food do we have sitting right now? 11. And the guy just left. And we're getting a food train coming in here. So maybe that's why they're waiting, but then again, their rate is, it's only 80, so yeah, not quite sure. Okay. Quite a lot of grain sitting here. Grain train is arriving. Where's the other grain train? Is it making its way to... Where is it? Yeah, so it's making its way back, or it just filled up, okay. Just filled up. Yeah, I wonder how it's gonna even out, because we're just gonna have a lot of grain. Maybe we have to... This is 125, and this is 150, so that makes sense. But the finances on this guy, profitable, so really no complaints there. Could do with an extra signal here maybe. Just to let's get a little bit closer to the station instead of having to wait all the way out there. We'll, of course, like I said, we'll fix the front yard eventually. 40 food waiting for Corby seems to be like the perfect amount for the train we're currently running, unless we are getting another food train really soon. We are soon-ish. How does passengers look? 29 for do we have double bus lines in Wendover? Maybe we change Wendover bus lines a bit as no, not Wendover, Corby. We do have double bus lines. We did set that up. Okay, so maybe not so much to do there. Said we probably want to upgrade these two launders, but also the ones going the other way. And maybe well, the rate is fine here, it's not full, so I think maybe we're good in that regard. A lot of people going back here. Obviously, since it's not a new train or line, the finances are trickling in, or we can see the old ones are still. How much is this per year? 1.3. So quite a lot to be desired. It might be just completely gonna lose us money, but we'll see how they end up. While we're doing passenger trains though, I do want to just pause the game real quick, get rid of this station here and redo it. So we can redo this section here. I mean, I really don't like the way I did this. So maybe we'll redo all of this. Just to sort of see what we are working with. Okay. It's gonna be a passenger station, and I just want it to be slightly better placed for the through route that is over there. Something along those lines. That's also fine with getting into the station, I think. But we could have it a little bit more like this, maybe. No, we want it like that. Place it out here. And we'll throw in an extra set of tracks, which is this through line. We'll connect that out here. Spending. That's 120. Little bit of a extra bend, but we don't want it to lose speed. That would be silly. Get out here, we'll do this diamond crossing just at the station. And then this goes out and meets here. And it goes out and meets here. And then this is gonna be the going out, so it needs to connect inside here. I would prefer if we could get like 120 there. There. Then we just need some signals. Have a signal going out there, in there, and in there. That should be how it's supposed to be. These need to be one way though. And then the question is, which way is these signals? They're the right ones. So everything should be fine now. What is it complaining about? Train 1 here. Windower could not connect to every station, manage the line. Why can't it make its way back? Don't understand. It's using platform. It's using a wrong platform in Wendover. Okay, so that works. Not sure why it decided to do that. There's no cargo, so this should almost do. We just need to connect with a street here. Like so, and this is connected to the station. Good. Okay, so that just, it was bothering me a bit how it was looking, and now that it's all fixed up, and we have our Wendover train coming in here, and this guy should be able to pass on that express. I mean, there's really no reason why they're connected, these two. Right, this train should never go on Route 1. So these should sort of go past, but I already changed some things. I don't want to change it again. Maybe we'll change that next time. A lot of food waiting for Corby. I am tempted. Don't know if that's what you should call it. Let's upgrade the train. We'll put in G3 and then give it just a smidge more capacity. And see how that sort of handles everything. But yeah, we did manage to get food to Corby. We upgraded our grain supply for that food by a little bit of a cheeky route that's making us actually, how much money is it making bringing the grain in? Where is it? This is a grain supply. Yeah, this one is making us a bit of money as well. So it's making us a bit of cheeky money, though they are running a lot more empty than they would be. So maybe it sort of evens out that we are making the journey longer instead of just going under the bridge here, or sorry, the mountain here, or going this way over there. We also got South Cave connected, and hopefully that passenger connection is going to rub off on the growth of Corby and sort of boost that, and then hopefully in the next episode we'll be able to start delivering two more good cargo types to Corby. And probably what we're gonna focus on, and just want to see here that train actually with the, where is our, there it is, this guy. After the update, he's making a ton of money. Really cool. No, and next time we will hopefully get Corby to accept two more cargo types, and we will probably start distributing con mats to either Burbridge or South Cave, or maybe we'll start distributing both. We might also start with goods, to be honest, because I mean Halstead can absorb all of them now that we have the increased plastic production. If we upgrade the steel, we can get more goods, and maybe we start getting that out there as well. Probably gonna make some kind of distribution service here in Burbridge into Burbridge Center, but I think that's gonna be fine. Burbridge is gonna be a huge city. Target population is 154. You can see Wendover is 35. So this guy's gonna be even bigger once we start feeding him stuff. Pretty cool. I think we've done pretty well, and let's just go take a ride with our new passenger train wherever he is. Heading to South Cave. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a blast. If you enjoyed this series or any of the other content that I'm doing, please leave a like, a comment, and of course subscribe so you can follow along. It really helps along with my metrics and with the algorithm, so that would be greatly appreciated. For now, you can just enjoy this little train ride with our brand new A35 and brand new passenger wagons. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.